Ophelia Key speaks. Druid Dominion Titles, October 3, 2025. Dear reader, now that I've published First Demon and the Dread Desire miniseries has begun, I finally backtracked into the Druid Dominion miniseries, which picks up where Eternal Love left off. With the Grey Dragon's tales complete, it's time to move into the rise of the Mortuath. The magic had built the entire medieval socio-politico-economic structure of the pre-industrial Irish Mortuath into which Fox had been born. Fox kept the use of his magic in a diminished capacity after the last Rurek faded, unaware that the chaos magic from the unlikely king's prophecy was the true cause for the destruction of the original Druid Dominion. When Fox offered Luke the secrets of Druid magic, he failed to realize it would cause the rebuilding of an ancient feudal hierarchy. The magic fought against its own destruction. It pushed Fox to raise a new immortal over king in Luke and re-establish a kingdom, only this time, full of immortals who could wield the magic and defeat the shadowy evil threatening the existence of the dream. As the magic draws more desperate beings to Druid, it follows the familiar pattern of the Mortuath, adding underkings to the Druid pack, filling in a lower hierarchy level beneath the original members of the council. These new pack members fill the needs of the retreat business Luke builds as the council muddles through discovering the truth and defending the pack from the encroachment of the shadowy evil of Peter Elliott. I hope you're along for the ride. It's gonna be wild. Thanks to all who have long supported the Mad Muse and the Druid saga. If you're new and barely stumbled over the insanity, I'm glad you're here. Enjoy a word from the permanent sponsor, Ophelia Key, to learn what the dream is all about. Shameless self-promotion. Steamy hot, wickedly delicious, noble dark urban fantasy with paranormal romance tales set in a dream to live for. Druid is a place where myths, legends, and fairy tales walk among the strange and wonderful, where finding a life mate brings balance, and magic rules the dream. It's more than a mere saga, it's a reading experience. Noble dark, urban fantasy with steamy paranormal romance stories. Includes fated mates. Warning, adult themes, fantasy violence, and/or explicit sexual situations. Intended for a mature audience. What are you waiting for? Grab an excellent drink, curl up in your favorite reading nook, and escape into the dream with the Druid saga and over 15 themed miniseries by Ophelia Key. Get all the extra art, videos, audio files, and more. Read as I write, edit, and post the episodes. Welcome to the dream. Behind the scenes. I finished the final read-through and revisions for Fire Incarnate, and episodes from that tale have already begun posting in the Druid Dominion miniseries. The edits have gone well as this manuscript was newer and needed fewer revisions. It was when I started the read-through for what I believed was the second tale, I ran into an issue. The Griffin Knight's tale is incredible, but it's way too long. It took me most of a day of revisions to determine the proper breaks. The story has now been divided into 3 novellas, and of course I need a lot more book art to do these tales justice. Marchand d'Aragon's story coincides with Spark's tale in Fire Incarnate and finally flows beyond the end of that tale and into the rise of the Sentinel Gargoyles and Flair's contemporary story to complete the miniseries. If you want to read Flair's backstory, he first appears in the dream as a drug addict, herbal medicine peddler who is robbed and murdered, then fished from the sea near Calais to become the only elemental-crafted red dragon in Sinner and Saint. The loop back to Marcus Saint will take Flair centuries, but that's why it's called a saga. I love all the weird Easter egg connections, and the longer it goes, the more of them there are. If you love twisted and strangely intertwined fantasy and romance tales, the Druid saga might be your next favorite story. I need to get back to creating bookish art. Leave your comments and questions. I love to hear from you. If you found this post worthy, please feel free to share it. If you are listening on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe for more original stories and audio adventures. Special thanks to OK Music Writers for Enter the Dream. Thank you for stepping into the dream once more. I hope you have a lovely weekend and will discover a grand story. Please remember when you read, be kind and leave your reviews. Until my next post, welcome to the dream. Be careful. Happy reading. Bye bye. Ophelia Key.